Hi, Flosstube. I'm Rolanda.
And I'm Kylie.
And this is Rose Crafty Corner. Merry Stitchmas, everybody.
So this is our Stitchmas plans video. We thought we'd do it as a Flosstube extra because it's probably going to be a bit much for our regular Flosstube episodes.
Yeah. I'm so excited to tell you what we want to work on.
Yes. Just quickly, we are primarily a cross-stitch channel, although occasionally we do have some other crafts. I have an example of that there, what I did
right
last
above
year.
my head.
That way. One of my kids and I did that one last year. It was a bit of fun.
And we got my new gnome / gonk making his first appearance on Flosstube, so he's going to have to work for his appearance.
Yep. So we are all decked out in our Christmas best. You can't see our t-shirts, but hopefully you will have seen it in our...
There's a Santa hat at least.
you will have seen probably some of it in our cover photo.
Yeah.
Thumbnail.
Yep.
Thing. Picture.
If this is the first video that you've seen of us, please jump over and watch our other ones. Yeah, strap in, grab a hot chocolate or an eggnog or something, and yeah, we hope you enjoy.
Yes, absolutely. And if you haven't already, please subscribe.
Yes, check out our channel because we do regularly do Flosstube episodes every fortnight, every 2 weeks. And we have these as Flosstube extras. So these are little bits and pieces that we want to bring to you that we think need their own segment as such.
Well, that just won't fit into our regular video.
Yeah.
Without making it, several hours long.
Yeah. Like a mini series.
Yeah. So this is all about our stitching plans for the month of December
2024.
Yeah. I know, it's not far from over, is it? So we're going to go through and show you all the projects that we plan to work on in December this year, and we'll see how far we get.
So all of Kylie's will be new starts.
Yes.
Some of mine will be whips. Some will be new starts if I get to them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you as we go.
So I'm going to start, and then Rose's going to do 2 to my 1 because she has more than me. I know you're not surprised. Oh, are you? You've seen us before.
But if it's anything like our Halloween plans,
I'll end up doing more.
Yeah.
Than she will, even though she's got more plans. So, yeah. So the first one I plan to start is called So Blessed. And it is by One of a Kind Heirlooms and was in the Just CrossStitch magazine Christmas 2024. I do intend to finish it as per the cover photo, and I'm just going to do it on a white 16 count Ada and going to use my unknown threads on that one to try and use them up because there's not a lot of any particular colour. It's all just lots of little bits, so I've picked out some unknown ones in similar colours. It's very cute and it's very like fitting. Yes. Do you know what I mean? I thought so too. I loved it. It
suits perfectly.
And I've loaded it into markup, and markup tells me it's 776 stitches.
Okay,
so it shouldn't take me too long to do that one.
Yeah. Nice. Me?
Yes, you.
Time for me. Okay, let's get the big one out of the way first, shall we? Alrighty. So the first one will be a whip.
Work in progress, if you're not familiar with the term whip.
Yep. And it's the 2023 Signs of Christmas Sale by Shannon Christine. Now, I started this last year, and I have the first 2 blocks finished, which is here and here. I have most of the frame done. This is where I fall undone. I come undone with the frames. They're not hard. It's just I would rather stitch the good fun stuff.
Yeah.
This is like eating your vegetables. This is like eating your dessert. So, as you can see, I've eaten most of my vegetables. I just need to go back and eat a little bit more. And then I will start with this one because it's the closest to being finished, and then that's the top 3 done. I will probably come down and finish this one off, seeing as I've already started it. And then, if I get more time to stitch on it, then I'll go and do, I don't know, pick another one.
Pick another one.
I'll finish off the frame as well first.
Yeah.
So I suppose my first goal is to do the frame and finish that one.
Yeah.
Then come to this and then pick something
and then
else.
See what
Yeah.
happens. Yeah. All right.
So that's on, I think it's an 18 count Blackadder. My second one I started again last year. And this is the Advent Calendar by Jareen Jones. Now I have 1, 2, and 3 finished. All the back stitching and cross stitching is done. Number 4, I believe all the cross stitching is done. I just need to finish off the back stitching. And I believe number 7 and 8 are the same as number 4. So my first plan is to finish the back stitching on those 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then do, what do we got? 9 and 10.
Yep.
And then see how I go. And I want to try to finish like one, I guess, day or one picture or at a time. So if I get all that back stitching done, then I'll do number 9 and the back stitching, then number 10 and the back stitching.
So as you go.
Yeah.
Good idea.
These ones took a lot longer than what I thought. When I was in one of the groups last year, it was like do one of the icons a day. And I didn't manage to get one of these done in a day. However, I think I was doing a lot of other different things at the same time.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Sure, you do
Gotta have options, right?
Back to me.
Back to you.
Okay. So the next one in my plan, these are in no particular order, just the order I happened to write them down as I was going. So this one is called Santa at the Beach, and it is from Pickle Design.
Nice.
And I got this one as PDF, and so putting it into markup says 781 stitches, and I'm going to do that one on this little scrap of yellow 14 count Ada, kind of sort of bright.
It's very
kind of
sandy, beachy yellow, isn't it?
That was the plan.
Yeah.
Yes, it was perfect and it's the right size. And this is from Sew It All. We got a scrap pack.
Yep.
Last year, maybe?
I think it was last year.
Anyway, they only had like 20 scrap packs. We managed to get one each, and that was in it.
We got in quick.
We did get in quick.
I really like this one because obviously we have Christmas in summer in Australia. And it's really hard to find Christmas patterns that don't involve snow or snowmen.
You'll notice that mine don't have snow in them.
I still like stitching those ones, but I would like to stitch some Australian ones as well.
And that's the Pickle Designs. Lisa is in Australia. She's in New South Wales. So, yes. So I've got that one. I'm going to use my unknown threads for that one. And when I say unknowns, it's just random threads I've picked up either from an op shop or a D-stash or that have come out of a kit. I haven't actually, haven't used all the threads, or I've decided I don't like the pattern. I've given the pattern away and kept the supplies, the threads and the fabric. So, so
ones
I use
that you
my
can't
unknowns on that because, again, there's not a lot of any one particular thing. So I've worked out my unknown.
Yeah,
threads.
Ones that basically we can't put a number to or a company to.
Yeah.
So,
yes, I've worked it all out. And the unknowns I'm using are in similar colours to what has been called for. And I intend to finish that one in a small hoop.
I really like that pattern.
I know, he's so cute. He's just like kicking back, having a bevy.
Yeah. As you do on a summer day, when it's Christmas time.
So yes, it works.
We have a lot of patterns that we like the same, and there are some that Kylie are doing this Christmas that I really want to do. However, I'm going to hold off and I'll do them another time. Yeah. So, yeah.
And there's plenty more I could
Yes.
have chosen to.
Yeah. She limited herself, let me tell you.
Yeah. So many beautiful patterns out there.
There is. And I don't know about you, but Christmas stitching calls me like
some of it
loudly,
does,
like it screams
like
at
I
me.
said, it depends because
Stitchmas.
if it's Christmas and it's all winter themed and snowy, then it appeals less to me unless it is specifically North Pole.
Yes.
Then obviously
and that's how I try to justify it is if there's snowmen and snow and the the bunnies and all the woodland animals and things like. I try to say, okay, well, it's just at the North Pole.
Yeah.
You know, I know over the other side of the world is winter. However, not everywhere over the other side of the world snows at Christmas time.
No,
you know, so there are some parts of states that have weather like our summer at Christmas time.
That's right.
So it surprises me that there's not more summer themed Christmas designs out there. Anyway.
Moving on. Over to you.
On a tangent. Okay. Squirrel? What squirrel? Shiny bright. Like a bowerbird going for the blue things. All right. Next one we've got is the Merry Christmas Calendar by Tiny Modernist. And this one I've already started on the frame. Now I need to kind of bring you in. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So this one is being stitched on a 14 count opalescent Ada, and it's called Garden Meadow. It's from Paddock Lane Designs. So it's been hand dyed. And I'm stitching this in blank, DMC blank. And on their pattern, it's very subtle, the frame. So that's why I went with this, because it is very subtle. In real life, you can see it better than you can on probably on the camera.
Yes.
However, yeah, I really like that one. And this one, I'm stitching with Adelaide Stitches. And we're going to be doing this together. So the aim is to get the frame finished before the end of November, and then every day stitch one of the little icons in it. So day one, number one, day two, number two, so on and so forth. Now, the next one, speaking of Aussie Christmas, this is designed by our friend Adorn. And she's got this is on Etsy under Salty Thread Studio,
which we will link to.
Yeah.
So you can purchase this one.
Yeah, you can. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so this one is called Aussie Christmas Countdown. I don't have the details of how much I've stitched on any of these, but this is where my start will be. So my plan is to finish off box one, finish off days of, and then I think there might be a little bit more of the wattle and flowers and things I need to finish. I also want to try and finish the rest of these boxes. So I'll need to move the hoop. So basically I'm going to do everything that's in this frame. Yeah. And then move it and then stitch all the rest of these frames. And then if I get any more chance, I'll go back and fill in each frame.
Okay. Very good.
Yes.
All right. So
next.
My next one is Maple the Reindeer.
Oh, this is adorable.
And this is one that was in the Christmas Advent box, calendar box from Caterpillar CrossStitch last year, so 2023. And I am stitching it on the pale blue iridescent 14 count Ada that was provided in the box to go with that one, and I have the matching needle minder for it as well.
Awesome. And I love it when the needle minders match.
Yes. So yeah, that was part of the Advent calendar as well. And I'm using the called for DMCs because they did actually provide some of them in the Advent calendar box as well.
Lovely.
And I will possibly do a hoop finish for that one.
Yeah. And then we'll stick it up here.
We'll be able to put it on the board because really we need more.
We're lacking a little at the moment.
Gaps, but,
yes.
You know, we'll add to that as we go. Hopefully.
We will. It's a work in progress, just like all the things that happen.
Absolutely. So back to you.
Alrighty. My next one is called Advent Animals by Brooks Books on the website. Now, I have just recently checked this, and it is still a free patterns you can download. I've started on number one, which is the kitty cat. So I'm using the Silks for You fairy lights around the borders, and then I'm using the called for DMC in the actual animals. That's what they are. They're animals. And they are extremely cute. Each one has a different name, and I'm pretty sure this one is Katie Kitty.
I think so.
And we know a Katie, so
that's why we remember it.
Yes, and then with some of the other ones that I've looked at and seen the names, and that we know that those people, I'm like, oh, that's their little one, you know. Like, I did have the thought of when I finish the animal. Words are hard.
Only on days ending in one.
Yeah, I'm going to somehow put, and I think it might be down the bottom here if I can get the space, is the name of the animal. So this one will have Katie. I know there's obviously, if you've never seen this before, I love elephants, right? So I remember the elephant one, Ethan Elephant. So I'm going to write Ethan in it. So I'm hoping I can fit it down the bottom here. But yeah, that's when I finish each one, because years from now, I'm not going to remember what the names were. And I think it's really cute that they've each got names.
Yeah.
It's more personable. Definitely. So yeah, that's my plan for that one.
And
then, that one was started last year as well. Same again with this one. No surprises.
This also started last year.
This is how far I got last year.
There's a leg.
and a foot and a shoe.
Foot without a foot.
Well, that's the shoe. There's 2 shoes and there's a leg. Now, this one is the 12 Days of Christmas. So we'll put the photos in. We'll show you the 12, and then I'll show you the individual number 12. Number 12 is 12 Drummers Are Drumming, I think, if I can remember the song correctly. This one's just on white Ada. I think it was a 14 or a 16 count. And yeah, and the plan is, this is a really, really long piece.
That's it.
So the plan is to try, and I'm going to hope and try and pray that I can get all of them like down
in this length of it.
In this length. Like, here we go. Like, it's huge, right? So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get the whole 12. If I need to offset them, I'll offset them. But I'll see how big number 12 is first, and then I'll work out whether I can just go straight up or whether I need to, like, 12, 11, 10, 9, so on and so forth. So yeah, I have a subscription to the Daily CrossStitch website.
Yep.
So all the patterns on the website are actually free for myself. So yeah, that's a little freebie one that I'm doing.
Very good.
Over to you.
Right. So the next one on my list is Eddie the Elf.
Related to Maple the Reindeer?
Yes. Eddie the Elf is also by Caterpillar Cross Stitch and was in the Advent calendar box for last year. Loaded into markup, it says that there is 1,317 stitches on that one.
So bigger than the last.
Yep.
The other one.
Yeah, Maple's the smallest of the ones that were in that one.
Okay.
So I'm doing Eddie the Elf on the 28 count white opalescent. You see that sparkle? That was provided in the Advent calendar for Eddie, and of course I have the matching needle minder as well because that was in the Advent calendar too. And I will probably finish him as a hoop finish as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'll use the call for DMCs on that one because again, some of them were provided in the Advent calendar.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I like that you have a plan for your finishing. Like, you know how you want to finish it. Because some of them
always happen.
Some of them I know how I want to finish, and some of them I'm not quite sure yet. So yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Alrighty. So the next one I started last year.
Surprise.
Well, these are all my whips, you see, so I haven't got to the new start ones yet. This one's called Train Ornament, and it's a dimensions kit. So I'm just using the plastic canvas that was in it, and all the threads, all the stuff, it's in it. So that's the train one.
So that looks
it's not far off
close to
finishing.
finish.
Yeah, it's not. So the plan is to have this one finished this year.
Yeah.
Because it's not that far off.
No.
There's a little bit of back stitching, I think. But yeah, it's not far off. And then I'll just trim around it.
Yeah.
This is the first one I've ever done on plastic canvas, I think.
Okay.
So that's why I started down the bottom corner, because it did say that this was the whole canvas was one ornament. And I was like, well, why waste it all?
Yeah, exactly. You could do something else with that top part.
Yeah, so
you don't need a lot of excess on
you only need
canvas.
one row around it.
Yeah.
So I started down the bottom and I thought, oh, I'll do that. And then when I'm finished, I can make like little, I don't know,
something out of
earrings or, little somethings, So yeah, that's train ornament. And then if I finish that one, which I hope to,
yes.
I have 2 others here that could take its place. So may or may not start these ones. So these are matching to the train ornament. So there's a Santa and a sleigh. Eventually, I would like to have all 3 of them done, but they don't have to all be done this year.
No.
So, and again, all the kit stuff in there.
Everything comes with.
So yeah, that's those ones.
That's the beauty of kits.
Yes, I do like a kit. I must say, I do like a kit. However, I don't have issues with kitting things up myself.
No, sometimes it's nice to be able to pick and choose what you want.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're like, I know you do a lot of car stitching, when you're waiting for kids at school or whatever you have to do. Yeah. I don't do, obviously, school runs because I don't have kids. But I don't get a lot of time to do those sorts of things because I'm always the driver, and then I'm like, I'm driving, I'm doing what I'm doing, I have to move on, I'm doing what I'm doing, and then I get home. I like to do what I need to do and then get home.
Yeah.
So I'm about to go for traveling, and so I'm going to be taking all these small ones and hopefully finishing off the small ones because I'm going to have some time where I just am sitting on the train and, why not use that time wisely and finish off the small things,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my plan.
Excellent.
This is one I found in an op shop, and it's from the Fox collection. Oh, that reminds me, there's another Fox collection one that I haven't added into this set, which I really should have. That was the Christmas bear that Kylie's been doing.
I've been doing is my travel stitch.
Yeah. That one may get added in as a last minute. Who knows? It's good to have options. Okay, this one. We have Santa, and he's holding a banner joy. Now, I found it at the op shop, so I can't claim that I've done any of this yet. However, this is where it is.
So close to finish.
Yeah. And I counted, and there is enough room up the top here because it does finish where that green bauble finishes. So it goes just straight across with his oh, is it? Looks like a ball. Oh yeah, it is a mitten. Oh dear. So it does finish at the same level there. So that's one that's really close to a finish. So if I can get some stitches in and finish that off, that might be a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. So you'll never guess where this one's from.
Let me have a guess. Caterpillar cross stitch?
Yes. How did you know? This is Winter Wreath. It is the 3rd and final one that was in the Advent calendar last year. I will be stitching it on the fabric that was provided, which is this sort of kind of a moss green colour. And that's 14 count Ada. In the calendar, and also of course I've got the matching needle minder to go with it too. And again, I'll be using the call for DMCs because they're provided, and I will be surprised finishing that one as a hoop ornament. We finish as well.
We are going to have so many good things to hang up on this board next year.
Yes, we are. Absolutely. So yeah, they were the 3 that were in the Advent calendar, and I decided I'll do them because it's basically a 5-week month in December. So yeah, I should be able to finish each one of those within a week.
If it carries over into the new year and you're close, it won't be a lot. And you could possibly just finish it off then if you wanted to, there's no rules to say you can only stitch Christmas in December.
No, that's right.
You do what you do.
Yeah.
Next one for me is Dimensions Pals. Now, this is a Dimensions kit. Christmas Pal Ornaments, it's called. Now, this one was started last year. Last year? No, this year. Anyway, it was started. And this one I was doing in a round robin that I was involved in. So I'm doing the Santa, the reindeer, the polar bear, and the penguin have been done by the people in the round robin. And then I have plans for friends, one of them to do this one and one of them to do that one. But they won't be done this year. There's no rush. But I want to try and get Santa finished this year. So this is where I'm up to. So you can kind of see the outline of the beanie and stuff. And then he's got the ho, ho, ho on the sign. But yeah, it kind of looks like he's got 2 eyes and a sad mouth there. I'm just seeing that in the camera now. But that's not his eyes or his mouth. But yeah, that's going to be him. So there's that one. Now, that was the last of the whips. These other ones are going to be possible new starts. So brace yourselves. Alrighty. Now, the first one I really want to start is the Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Now, this one I think was released last year, and there was a lot of people doing it, and it was a sale and all the things. And it's very cute. My husband really likes this one. And I said to him, look at the frame. And I said, Lindsay's father, Lindsay is one of the owners of Primrose Cottage. Her father was making these frames. Yeah, she's a designer. Her father was making the frames and selling them over in America, but it'd be far too expensive to send it here. So I said to my husband, do you reckon you could make something like this? And he's like, I don't know how I'd go with the carving part of it. So to be continued. This one I'm going to stitch on Sunburnt Country 18 count Ada from Pickle Designs. And this piece is, it's actually going to go lengthways that way, but it is bigger than needed. So I'll probably just start at like the top and work my way down. Yeah. And then whatever I have left over is what I have left over. Cut off and use that, yeah? Yes. Yeah, very good. So that'll be for that one. Okay. I think it's your turn now. Back to me. Yes. All right. So the next one on my list is Merry Sweetmas. This is very cute too. Now, if you've watched us before, you'll know this is from Cute Embroidery by Kate. I did her Halloween one in a similar style to this one. Mason jar sort of. Yes, and I did say at the time when I showed that in our Halloween video, if I found a Christmas one, I would do that too. Yeah. So I found it. And it was in Just CrossStitch Christmas Ornaments 2022. Ooh. Amazing. So, yes, so the Happy Spooky Ween was the one I did in October for Halloween. And she's also got each of the seasons in a similar one. And I have done the winter one, and I need to get the other seasons done. Yeah. So I'll be using an 11 count, sort of an ecru. Beigey colour, yeah. Ada for that one. And I'll be using my unknowns because, again, it's only little bits and pieces that you need. And I will be doing it the same finish as I'm doing the Spooky Wing and the winter and the seasons, but I haven't done it yet. Yeah. But I do plan to do it the same way, which you'll see when you get there. One done. and now it's 902 stitches. Now that you've done 2 of her patterns, they're easy patterns to do. They are very quick and easy to stitch up. So yes, 902. I can do that in 2-3 days. Maybe. Yeah. Nice. Let's see. Excellent. So, yeah, quick and easy they are. And I love them. They're just so cute. Alrighty. The next one for me is called Jingle Bells. And it's I want to sort of make it in a large ornament frame. It's framed in the picture as the finishing. However, I think there is options to do other things than framing. It's by Nancy Greenburg of Pickle Barrel Designs, and it's in the Just Cross Stitch Christmas 2024. So this year's Christmas edition is the word I'm looking for. And I'm going to be stitching on this 14 count white Ada. So we all know what that looks like.
Yeah.
I've made sure it's big enough for it. It is, and we'll see how we go with that one because I fell in love with. I want to do a particular design every year that's just for that year. So last year, out of the Just Cross Stitch, I did the 2023 stitched ornament, and that was on the plastic canvas as well. Yeah. So this year I'm doing the Jingle Bells. There was another one in that book called Poinsettias and something berries, I think it was, and that was equal. That they were on like fighting each other for the top spot, and this one won out. Alrighty, the next one I want to do is Sleigh Bells Ring by Cherry Hill Stitchery. Now, I have been working on this one this year. Now, this is the Jingle Bell Sleigh Ride Co. And what my plans are is to do Sleigh Bells Ring on this part, so underneath. And then what I want to do is I want to finish them together because they're like a companion piece.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to use the leftover of this fabric here for that one.
Okay.
And that's a linen. I'm not quite sure where I got it from or what count it is, but I love working on this linen. So that's that.
Shame you don't remember where it was from because you could have got some more.
I know. I would love to get some more of that linen because it's so nice to work on.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway.
All right.
These things happen.
They do. Okay. Next on my list is...
I like this one too.
This one I have the paper pattern, but I have scanned it into markup. So this is Christmas Colorings, and it is by Sue Hillis Designs. And I saw this go up as a competition on Facebook, I think it was. And I entered, but I didn't win. But then I found the pattern, and I ordered it, and now I'm going to do it. So I have scanned it and put it into markup, which tells me it is 3,939 stitches. But I think it'll still go fairly quickly because like most of the colours are in sort of chunks. So hopefully it won't take too long. And I'm going to do it on this 18 count pale pink. It's not showing up very pink. It looks white on there, but it is a pale pink.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Maybe come back.
Sometimes if we don't have our faces in it, it's anyway, so
there you go, it's looking a bit more pink.
Pale pink, and that is from Lincraft. They sell that by the meter, so I had to cut it out of.
That looks a bit more pink.
My roll, and
it's gorgeous
because she's got sort of a pinky background on the pattern, and I'll be using the called for DMCs on it because I don't know exactly how much of what I need, and if I run out at least DMC, I can buy more of. I can't buy more unknowns because I don't know what they are.
The other thing with this one is there are some pinks and reds in it, but most of the pinks and the reds are backstitched. So the outline, it's
and
only like the large,
darker, because hers is actually on like a pale pink, but the pinks are darker pinks,
like in the cupcake, for example.
Yeah, so they are darker, so they will show up on that fabric.
Yeah, and
I'm thinking maybe a frame finish for that one.
Nice.
I just have to find the right size frame.
I want to do that one day. Alrighty, my next one is called Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. This one I actually want to start and finish before Christmas because I want to make this a present for my brother-in-law. He loves the movie Home Alone, and so do I. My sister is okay with the movie as far as I'm aware, but him and I, we just, we say that to each other. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Is it a quote from the movie?
Yes, it's a quote from the movie.
Realise that?
I think it's one of the more well-known quotes from the movie too. Yeah. We all have a little bit of Kevin in us, so I think that's the actor. The character, I mean, yes. So I'm just going to do it on this white Ada. Now I've drawn out this circle, as you can see, because I put the hoop. I'm going to finish in this hoop. I've put the hoop on here.
So it needs to fit in there.
It needs to fit in there, and it does. It does fit in there.
Yeah.
But the I've drawn this on with the friction pen so I can iron it off when I'm done. Now,
you wouldn't see that by the time you framed it.
Yeah. Now the reason why I did it was to make sure that I was going to start in a place that I would have enough edging, like for, to wrap around the frame.
Yeah,
now, it doesn't go around this outside one. It actually goes in between the two, like in there.
Yeah.
And then I will put it around the back and
it's hard to get a break off.
They're tight.
They're meant to be
which
tight,
it's meant to be like that.
So that they hold your project time.
That's right. So what I'll do is then fold it over the back, and then I'll put some felt on the back to finish it. So you won't see that excess fabric folded over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got that one off Etsy. There was a sale, and I just couldn't resist because it was
hard to resist a good sale.
Well, yeah, and it was fitting, and I know he's going to like it because he likes that quote, and I think he'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah, and it'll mean something coming from you.
It will, yeah. All right, the next one is another Cherry Hill Stitchery, and it's called the Naughty List. And this is another one I got off Etsy, and I'm going to be doing it. Sorry about the glare. I'm going to be doing it on this 14 count vintage coffee, and it's a Zweigart fabric, and I got this from Crafty Threads, and it's way big enough piece. Like I could probably do 3 of them on this. I'm not going to do 3 of them.
Yeah?
No.
No.
Just one. Because I quite like that pattern as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do we want to throw back to you? How many more have you got?
I have one left.
Okay, you go, and then I'll do the rest of mine.
All right. So the last one I have is called Christmas on the Beach. It is a Dimensions kit, the gold collection.
Another one that's beautiful and summery and beachy type.
And again, I got this from the first retreat that we went to. It was one of the Lucky Dip door prize things.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to start it ever since because I just think it's beautiful. And yes, very appropriate to an Aussie Christmas, being that, it's obviously summer and they're on the beach and all the rest of it. So the only thing is it's dimensions.
I was thinking the same thing.
Dimensions,
backstitch heavy.
They are backstitch heavy. It looks full coverage, but it's actually not quite. There is a few gaps in there when I loaded it into markup and got it all ready. But sometimes I'll use 2 threads or 3 threads or 4 threads or 1 thread.
Mm-hmm.
There's blended threads and all
there's a lot of texture in their patterns.
Yes, which does make them look amazing, but they're just kind of a bit of a pain to do. So there's about 10,793 stitches in this one, so this will not be finished this December.
No. Maybe next Christmas.
We'll see. So, and I'm just using everything from the kit. So it was an 18 count white Ada and the dimensions threads, and I'm thinking frame finish for that one as well. Yeah.
That had been really nice, like just sitting on a
buffet
or a mantelpiece. All that it's not huge.
Because does it tell me it is 7 by 5 inches or 18 by 13 centimeters?
So roughly just a little bit bigger than a photo size.
Well, you can get a 5 by 7 inch frame. But that will probably cut in a little bit. But you can also get a 8 by 6 frame. So I'll see which one it looks better in. Once I do a final finish.
And if you get the 8 by 6, you might be able to put a piece of thin cardstock around it or something.
So yes, I was thinking because it actually is those sort of dimensions that will fit into a frame finish would be nice.
I really, really, really like this one.
I really do too, and I've been wanting to start it.
However, the only thing that's stopping me from doing it
is that it's dimensions.
No, is the backstitch.
Yeah,
I don't have an issue with the different threads, like 3, 4, 2, 1, whatever.
Well, that's only for like the half stitches. There's a lot of half stitches as well as the full crosses.
For me, that doesn't bother me. It's just the amount of backstitch. It's huge.
Like all this is like half stitch.
Yeah,
background stuff.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, because I'll be doing parking as I go, because I'll start it in the top left corner.
Yep.
And I'll park my threads.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering, like, once I filled in a particular area, whether I might be able to do the back stitch as I go, so it's not,
Maybe,
a lot to do right at the end.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how I go with that. But that is
See how
my
you go.
last plan for Stitchmas 2024. You still have more.
Still got a few more, yeah. Alrighty. The next one I want to do is Christmas rules. Now, I've owned this pattern for a few years now. I wanted to start it last Christmas and I didn't get around to it. So I'm putting it on this plans for this Christmas to see if I get around to it. Now, I'm going to be stitching it on this 18 count Ada called Royal Page from Paddock Lane Designs. And I don't know if you can see, it's got like a little bit of caramel through it. I don't know if you can see it.
Subtle.
Yeah, it is very subtle. Yeah.
It is nice in person. You can definitely see it in person.
Yeah. So that'll be for that one. Alrighty. Then when we were at Stitchy Retreat, I took this pattern up because Silks For You attended the retreat and I wanted to not stitch this in the given threads. So this is a kit. This is a kit, and I bought this one from Spotlight, and well, it comes from Spotlight. I bought it from a op shop, I think. Joy, Love, Peace, and Presents. So I ended up choosing a Brights pack from Silks For You.
Yeah.
So these are the colours that were in the Brights pack. I'm going to be doing the words in one of the variegated ones, which I think is this bottom one that is really hard to see. That one there.
Multicolour.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be doing the presents and like the star obviously in gold and, all the bits and pieces in there. So that's the pattern. And I'm not going to worry about the thread. I'm going to use the Ada that's in there, but I'm going to use the silks as the threads.
Very good.
Okay.
But wait, there's more.
Okay, so there's 3 more. So I signed up to the Jingle Ball this year to try it out because I wanted to see what it was all about. I heard so many good things about last year, and I thought, I'm going to try it and see how we go.
I wish I could, but with young kids and most of it being in,
early hours of the morning.
Early hours of the morning, it's just not going to work for me, unfortunately.
That's okay. Maybe in a few years' time.
We'll see.
Yeah. So I signed up to do 2 classes, 2 finishing classes. Now, when we attend, we don't have to have these projects finished. But if you do, then you can follow along. We get a PDF about what the pattern is, how to stitch it, then how to finish it. It's all there for us. So we can then go away from the class and we can remember and have the details written down for us if you forget, right? Which more than likely I will.
Probably.
So the first one is the Gingerbread House, and this is by Tiny Modernist, and it's just absolutely adorable. Again, I'm going to be stitching this with Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches. She's attending as well. And we're going to stitch this one. Now, it's stitched on linen. I don't want to give away how it becomes 3D because I think that is a major part of the finishing that Tiny Modernist shows. But it is a 3D house and it is, it doesn't collapse. Okay, so that's all I'm going to give you. But this one I do want to do, and I know I'm not going to get it finished by the Jingle Ball because I think the Jingle Ball is like the beginning of December.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I know I'm not going to get it finished.
Weekend, I think.
But yeah, I'm going to be stitching this one because I just think it's absolutely adorable. And like,
cute.
I love gingerbread houses with all the little lollies and the colours and all the things, but I never make gingerbread houses because my husband doesn't eat gingerbread. And there's no way I would make one just for myself.
No.
And we don't have kids, so it's like,
Bring it here, we'll eat it.
All right, we're taste testers. But yeah, you know, that if I did have kids, that would be something that I would I would make a tradition in our family, is making the gingerbread and putting it together. And
I'm not doing it.
yeah, no, that's fine. You don't have to do it, but I'm just saying that's a tradition that I would carry through. Okay, and then the next one from the Jingle Ball is called the Winter Woodland Star Pillow, and this one's by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I chose this one because the star shape of the pillow.
It's very interesting.
And
very cute.
It's a cute pattern. It really is. And I just love the star shape. It's different. It's not run-of-the-mill circle or square or whatever, you know. And then around the outside are like beads that are sewn in. So it gives it that little bit of bling.
Yeah. It is cute. It's complicated. I wouldn't want it. I'm not very good at sewing, so.
Yeah. Well, see, I have a lot of sewing skills, so it doesn't look complicated to me. But yeah, I mean, that's different levels, you know.
Up the right shape, I'm sure.
She might get. I could just imagine she'd be like, "Hey, Ro, can you finish this off for me?
Fix it.
Help!"
Yeah, it'll be all wonky stuff.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah,
you can grow your sewing skills. That's fine.
Working on it.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing from the Jingle Ball. And then there's one more that I have here. Now I don't know where I picked this up from. Maybe it might have been a D-stash, but there's no price on it, so I picked it up from somewhere. And it is.
On the Taylor retreat.
It could have been. Not this year though. Yeah. Lizzie Kate, and it's called Tiny Tidings 22. So I'm guessing it was released in 2022.
Sounds likely.
Maybe. And there's the little patterns there. Now you can do them individually, or on the back it shows you can do them like in a row.
Okay. Cool.
So there's that one. There's a snowy house, 2 houses, busy elves, Merry Christmas, Mr. and Mrs. Santa. So there's 5 patterns in there. So I'm like, ooh. And I won't get all 5 done.
Why not?
Have you seen my other whips and stars?
Is that what we're doing?
You realise there's only 31 days in December, right?
Oh.
I mean, I've already started Christmas stitching.
Yeah.
And it's still November. So
I haven't started any of mine yet. I'm waiting till the 1st of December to start mine. I'm trying to get some things finished before that.
But see, I had Christmas stockings to
Already
finish.
Yeah, well,
so you know I had to keep working on them during the year.
Yes.
So I've been stitching on and off Christmas all year. But yeah, that's all of my plans.
That's it.
Now whether I get to them all is a different story.
Yeah.
But I like to have options. I don't like to be stuck in, you know, like a box doing, you know, you must do this, you must do that.
Some of my smaller ones I might get finished in December, but the bigger ones will carry over.
Well, like these Lizzie Kate ones, they're pretty small.
Little.
You know, what are they?
You never know.
10, 20, 30, 40, about 50 stitches. Yeah, 50, 60 stitches square. So they're not, they're not big.
Yeah, they're not huge, so. And they're not full coverage ones, so.
Yeah.
And again, you know, a lot of them are blocks of colours as well, which does tend to go quickly.
Yes. And I always find words go quickly.
Yeah.
Do you find that
when
you're stitching words?
Yeah,
especially if it's the same colour.
Depends on the font, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, each letter is different colour, so you know, then you're still chopping and changing between them.
Yes. Yeah.
But yes, when it's the same colour. That was like that. Yeah. Some other ones I've done, they've gone quickly when I've done that.
Yeah.
And we did have one other possible plan. Stitchonomy are doing a Christmas stitch along. I think you can still sign up for it. I can't remember what date they were closing that, but
at the time of filming.
At the time of filming, yes. They are doing it starting on Christmas Day on the 25th of December.
I think the frame's released a week beforehand.
If they're doing it with a frame, they seem to tend to do that the week before, but it will depend on the style. We haven't had any hints of it yet, just the information which we'll put up, and we'll put the link if it's still available as well.
Yep. It's another mystery one, so we really don't know what to expect.
No.
Yeah.
So we will see
Mm.
closer to, because it doesn't come out until Christmas Day. We may add that one in, or we may not.
Yeah, and I think also I might possibly wait until like maybe a week or two in when I can see what the sort of style is before I will start it. So I'm guessing at this stage I won't start it before next year because you only have a week between Christmas Day and New Year's.
Yes.
And I would like to see a few more
I'm not sure
items.
how often they're coming out.
Yeah.
If it's a daily one, I probably won't try and keep up with it this time. I did find it was quite a lot of pressure with the Halloween one, trying to keep up with that every day and do the other stitching that I wanted to do. I'm not sure if these ones are daily or if they're weekly or what the plan is. I don't think that information has been released as yet.
I don't think so either.
There hasn't been a lot put out just yet.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and they have it like sort of secrecy for a reason because they want to build suspense.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Stitch along. So yeah, they want to keep it a surprise. So
they do.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys working on for Christmas?
Yes.
December. You know, have you already started Christmas stitching like I have?
Are you doing any of the projects that we're doing?
Are you waiting till December the 1st like Kylie? Let us know because we love to hear what you guys are doing. We love to see it in the comments. And if you are working on a project that we're working on,
stitch along.
Definitely let us know because we love it when other people are doing the same thing as us.
We do. We love to see your progress too.
We will possibly shout you out if you would like to be shouted out. Not shouted at, shouted out. Yeah, had to make that one clear. But yeah, we love Christmas stitching, so we hope you do too. Now, if you don't celebrate Christmas,
that's fine.
That is completely fine. We understand. If you are stitching something else because you don't celebrate Christmas, let us know that too, because we love to see what like everybody's doing. Like you don't have to stitch Christmas in December. I know a lot of people are still madly trying to finish off the Haid sale from this year.
Yeah.
So, you know, because you have to finish it by a certain date to get the freebies and the goodies. So yeah, whatever you are stitching, whether it be Christmas or not, let us know in the comments. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. I think we're done.
All right. Until next time.
Stay crafty.